Hello everyone, I'm PartlyCloudy, and today I want to look at a question actually commented by someone on my last video, showing the comment here right now. Basically, how do I stop myself from making stupid plays? Now, me being Cloudy, I am the king of stupid plays. So I want to kind of show my process and show you guys what it is that I do to like try and get a little bit better. Now, there's probably more effective ways of doing this. If you're trying to like become a pro, if you're trying to actually like compete in tournaments and make money, then maybe follow the advice of some actual like coaches like Destiny Jesus. I don't know, fucking anyone else that really coaches a lot in the scene anymore. Reese Hub, I think, is a really good YouTuber as well. That has a lot of like informational stuff on how to get better. And then obviously there's like Jerian, right? Well, what I do is I use this. I'm gonna have to move this right now, but you saw the notepad there. I like keeping a notepad right next to me and having it as a sort of like visual of all the things that I do wrong. So once I'm done with this game, I'm gonna hop into either replay, or I'm just gonna talk about, like, if my death was really obvious, I'm not gonna hop into replay mode, right? But let's say I die and I feel like the death is kind of dumb, or like not kind of dumb. If I just don't have an immediate answer to the death, then I'll hop into replay mode. Then what I end up doing is I write it all down in my little notebook here, and I get some sort of like a visual log, I guess, of like what I'm doing wrong. And eventually these things start to stack up and you'll see that I am quickly able to kind of assess what I'm doing wrong today. So basically what I do is I want to like be very effective in keeping track of the things that I do wrong, right? So if I'm constantly, let's say I'm not taking right hand peeks, then what I would write down would be something like, make sure you're taking right-hand peeks. And if I die again because I didn't take a right-hand peek, then now I have it twice in a row, or even if it's not in a row, like I have two different times where I like physically write down, take better right-hand peeks. And if that ends up happening, then I'll start to have like a long list of the same thing, right? So the goal is basically to have a physical list that I can look at and point to that shows the things that I'm doing wrong. And hopefully I am able to use that list to assess how I can be a better player. I guess the biggest thing about getting better is just noticing when you're making mistakes. Oh my god. Wait, where? Probably this is a bad fight to take, and I'm gonna try to play a little smarter. I'm just gonna get in this way. Actually, see, okay, I shouldn't have got under his ramp. I tried to box him in. So let's go ahead and leave. And let's go into replay mode for this one, because I literally said I shouldn't take this fight, and then I did. And then I also said I should probably just rotate, and I started, and I didn't, and I stopped, right? So, like, there's two things there that, like, I told myself to do, and I just didn't listen, and then I died. And then let's look at the actual fight, because that's a winnable fight, absolutely. All right, right here, had I went this way, oh, I guess I would have found more people to fight. There's people in this area, and this is me, I'm guessing, right? Yeah. It says the Mandalorian, interesting. So if I had continued and went this way, I probably would have found people to fight, which would have been bad. So my original rotate was a bad idea. However, I probably could have went back around and went this way. There was only one guy over here. I know that this guy is here, and honestly, I should know that this side is dead side, because look at the convergence of like everyone from here is probably coming in this like section, like this area, to be in here, right? All these people here are probably around here. This area is really dead. So this is probably where I should have went if I was trying to like not get into my next fight. The reason why I said I didn't want to take this fight is because I was worried about getting third party, which, as you can see, there's literally a guy who's here. Who's here? Can I not? No? So overall, all we need to know is that this dude, I probably would have had less chances of getting third party. There is this guy here. I think this person doesn't actually exist, so let's not worry about that. Replay system's super broken. I just can't find him at the very least. But this fight was definitely winnable. So let's do gameplay. So right here, I tried to contest him for height, and I literally tried to do a side jump there. I just fucked it up, so I fall. So as soon as I think if I had kept contesting him for height, he seemed like a decent player, right? I feel like I probably would have ended up wasting a lot of mats and not really getting height anyway. I think we would have just like battled it out, and it would increase the chances of it becoming a third party. So dropping down here actually helped me, I think. Like, the fight's gonna end faster if we're both boxed up and we're fighting very defensively, because a third party doesn't have an easy snipe or an easy beam, right? So then I immediately try to box up, and I want some space. I see he pushes a ramp in my box. I try to like get some what's it called, piece control in here, because I don't want him to have everything. I missed my shot there, which I thought was weird. I literally thought I hit him there, but I kind of want to see that again. Real slow. It looked so... Oh, wait, I did hit him. Maybe it was just replay, but it felt like I blanked him when I shot. See, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no damage. Sick. Okay, that's fine. Because I think I win the trade, the next trade. But if it was a blank, let's pretend my aim was actually off. Let's just say, like, yeah, sure, I need to Kovacs more. That's a decent note. But if your aim is bad and that's the only reason you lose a fight, or that's the only reason you can come up with you losing the fight, then you're not thinking enough. Because just because you missed your shots doesn't mean that, like, there was nothing else that you could have done better. And that's what I try to do. So when I continue to look at this, I'm like, okay, yeah, I thought this was a good play. I walled him off here, and I think that's a good wall because he could be coming up this way. He's a good player, like I said. I think he saw the way I was coming around. He wanted to get above me. So as soon as he did this, I could have walled him off here. If I put a wall here, cone above me, I have my own box with just his stair inside. And then I can edit through this wall and continue to see where I put this wall here. If I started by doing this and this, like a wall right where, like, I'd be right up against the wall right now. If I had put a wall there, edited through, had a cone up top in this box, then also he comes up, I walled him in here. Then all he has is a stair, and I have a cone above me, two cones above me, right? And a 2x1. This is literally my fight to win. And he's full boxed here, other than this one wall, right? He's full boxed by me. I didn't get boxed by him here. I boxed him. But I fuck it up because I try to do what I should have done in the beginning. I'm pointing with my hands. If I had this open, right? Like if I had made this full box here, and I had this open, then I have a huge advantage because I have like a 2-box space where like 90% of the builds are mine. He can't go up the top. This is his only option. And if I'm right here, he has to walk through my path because I would have the right-hand peek here, right? If he was standing right here, this blocks his right. He's looking left. I'm covered over this from his right hand, and I have a nice right-hand peek, right? So if I have that, then I'm ready. I can get behind him here because he just fucking drops down. He gets the first shot because I'm not ready. If this wall is open, I'm perfect. So I think the takeaway here is, first off, I missed my first shot here, I think. Did I shoot there? No? Yeah, okay. And I hit him for 117. So maybe if I get that first trade, if I don't know how much health he was at, but I could win this. And I think as soon as I see that he's in my box and I'm there and I know that this wall isn't open, instead of trying to go for that play, I think I'm supposed to just take the aim duel there. And I have been like working on Kovacs. I should be more confident in my aim. So I probably should have pulled out my shotgun earlier. So this is all really good because this is an easy fight to win. This is a super easy fight to win. Let's see. Can I L? And something else that I like doing is, it's so annoying that I actually can't click on him. There we go. Something else I like doing is watching the entire fight again from their perspective to see how I fucked up, because he obviously took advantage of me a few times here in a couple ways. Here, let me go back just here. Okay, cool. So he sees me here. He immediately starts building up. I like hesitated for some reason. So he got easy high ground because I took my time. And I scared him with the side jump. He was ready for the side jump shot. He played that really nice. So again, earlier when I was saying if I had side jumped and tried to contest height, you saw it. I don't know if that's his cone. It probably was. But even if it's not, he just jumps, places this, and while I'm right here, he has an easy shot. And even if I ramp over, he's still ahead of me, and he is going to hold height here, right? So then he drops down, hits me for 13. Right here, I probably should have counter peeked. I probably should have shot, because as soon as he took this, he placed a stair in my box, right? I worried more about getting the floor back. So this is my floor again. So I saved myself from being like double edited on. But if I counter shot, that wall behind me is mine. I could just shoot, whip around, and box out that way. So I don't need to be so scared, I guess. I have full health minus what? I took like 8 fall damage and I took 13 shield damage. So if I take a bad peek, I've got floppers, I've got minis, and I've got what, max brick basically, and a ton of metal. So there's no reason not to take those counter peeks, right? Then he sees that, he walls me off here, he tries to edit in, but I have a nice cone. So I get around here and I get a shot off on him. On his screen, it doesn't hit him. So yeah, let's say my aim was bad there. Even though I felt like I probably should have hit that, but it's fine. So right here, I think that's my wall. So I probably could have tried to open. He shot it. If I had opened and ramped, I might have had him in a box here, but I didn't do that. And right here, I get height. So he comes around and he ramps over me like this, right? If I wanted to take height here too, so I didn't even talk about this before. I'm not going to switch perspectives, but if I had just placed a wall and then ramped out and 90'd or something, I would have easy height here. But still, this play that I make, I think is good. Again, if I cone him here, he's fucked. He comes in, he rushes in like this, and if I'm ready, if he's in my full box, it's an easy fight to win. He hits me for 22 for the first shot too, so I have this easy. I missed my, oh no, I do hit the first one, and then I hit him second, nice. So yeah, if I had gotten like 50 damage off, like I think I win this. But you know, he played it well, and I made a few mistakes, right? And so this is what, going back to that comment, this is what you need to do if you feel like, oh, I could have won that. instead of getting tilted, instead of like, I don't know, blaming it all on lag, blaming it all on like that one blank, like, yeah, sure, maybe if I had hit that shot and it didn't blank, maybe I would have won this fight, but this is still a winnable fight no matter what. So from here, this could be seen as a little over the top, a little sweaty, but like I write this down. So writing it down on this little pad here is super useful, because then at the start of every game, I can just take a look and be like, okay, make sure when I'm in a similar situation, I need to be thinking about these things. And of course, it's really, really hard to think about what to do as you're doing it when you're also trying to think about like what to work on. It's enough. This game is very fast paced, obviously. It's enough to think about what to do against the guy you're fighting, but then if you also have to like keep in mind the types of things that you've messed up in the past and try to not mess those up while you're fighting, you're going to be like way too overwhelmed. You're going to be thinking of way too many things, and you're going to make slow plays, and your opponent's going to be able to take advantage of that. But if you have a list and you look at it every single time, it just starts to like slowly get ingrained. And if the same things start to pop up over and over again, then you can be like, oh, I'm not when I take walls, I don't insta edit and like place a cone or a floor, or I mean a cone or a ramp in their box, right? Let's say, for example, you're noticing that in your gameplay. You smack their wall, you take it, and then you wait a second to edit, and then when you edit, you just go for the shot. If you notice like, hey, I could have put a cone in there, I could have put a stair in there, then write that down. And if you see that a lot, then go into creative and do nothing but practice whacking a wall, and as soon as you like claim it, just insta edit and place a stair, place a cone. And if you do that, you can like cater towards the muscle memory that you need to build, rather than trying to tell yourself mid-game, okay, I'm about to run up on this guy's wall, I make sure to place a stair. Like, that's a lot harder to do than to just grind it out in creative for a little bit and, you know, get the muscle memory done. All right, and I don't know if this is like super visible, but there you go. And basically, it's literally just build 2x1 and play angles, right? Like we were talking about, I had this, even though it's his stair, I got the right-hand peak there. If he plays anywhere, like from his perspective, if he plays on the right side of his box, he has a bad peak. And if he just plays right out in front of me, that's fine. But at least those are my edits. At least that's my wall. I can close, I can wrap around, like I can do a lot of things with that, right? So building that 2x1 and playing the angles is pretty important. Taking counter shots through wall takes, like that's something that I know I never do. So as soon as someone starts smacking my wall, instead of holding my wall, I think I'm gonna try to hold out my shotgun and time that shot, because I literally never do that. And if I do start doing that, it would be a big offensive pressure while I'm playing defense. And I think that's a really, really important thing to have. And then just piece control is what I wrote, because for me, I've been working on piece control for a while. A lot of my warm-up in creative consists of Raiders 464's like piece control practice map. So I don't need to be super specific and say, when I'm being ramped over, cones and wall, like I don't need to do that personally, because I know piece control and I know what I could have done there. And as I was doing it, I saw what I should have done. Like, it wasn't really like, it's not like it's something that I missed. It's something that I knew I should do and I didn't do fast enough. So it's just getting, like, having piece control on my mind is enough for me to think to do that in a similar situation, rather than this in a similar situation, rather than writing all the stuff out very specific to this situation and then think about that in mid-game, if that makes sense. But for you, let's say you had a very specific situation, and this is your first time doing it, I would encourage you to write down really, really specific notes about what happened. And then if in another fight, it's a completely different situation, but you die and you have really specific notes, you might see similarities between those very specific situations, right? And a lot of it comes down to piece control. I feel like 90% of the time, a lot of problems are solved in this game by just having better piece control. But overall, if you're specific, you're able to see the like similarities between all of your deaths, and you should be able to improve quickly. Let's do one more game. Post-edit Cloudy here. I didn't realize how long this one game took, like the whole explanation and writing everything down. And I actually recorded 3 more, I think. Like I was a dumbass. Like I really thought I was speeding through this, but If you guys want to see those extra games, then just let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'm just going to leave them out because I feel like I covered basically everything I say in the next few games. I covered it in this one. So I'm going to end the video here, but let me know if you guys are interested in seeing the rest, or if you guys have any other viewer comments, questions, anything that you guys want me to like talk about in a video. I'd love to do it. So just comment anything down below, and if I think it's worth taking the time to make a video about, I will absolutely do so. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace out.